Imagine this, you're standing at the edge of a cliff, holding a fragile glass vase. One wrong move and it shatters into pieces. Now think of your relationships with women as that vase. Every action, every word, every decision either strengthens it or risks breaking it. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies not in dominance or control, but in wisdom, self-discipline, and respect. So what are the 9 things a man should never do with women if he wants to build relationships that stand the test of time? Let's dive in. 1. Do not seek validation from women. Stoicism teaches us that our self-worth should come from within, not from external sources. A man who constantly seeks approval or validation from women is like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the ocean. When you rely on others to define your value, you give away your power. Instead, focus on cultivating your own virtues, integrity, courage, and self-discipline. A woman will respect you more when she sees that you respect yourself. But why is this so important? Seeking validation from women often leads to neediness, which is one of the most unattractive traits a man can display. Neediness stems from a lack of self-assurance and an over-reliance on others to fill an emotional void. Stoicism reminds us that true fulfillment comes from within. When you are secure in who you are, you don't need constant reassurance or praise. This inner strength is magnetic, and it allows you to build relationships based on mutual respect rather than dependency. Think of it this way. If you're constantly looking to a woman to validate your worth, you're essentially handing her the keys to your happiness. But happiness, according to Stoic philosophy, is an inside job. It's about aligning your actions with your values and finding contentment in your own character. When you stop seeking validation, you become a man who is confident, self-reliant, and emotionally independent, qualities that are far more attractive than any amount of external approval. Do not lose your emotional composure. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is mastering your emotions, not letting them master you. Losing your temper, becoming overly jealous, or breaking down in emotional chaos during conflicts shows a lack of self-control. Women, like all people, are drawn to stability and strength. This doesn't mean you should suppress your emotions, but rather process them with wisdom and clarity. A Stoic man faces challenges with calmness and rationality, not with outbursts or irrational behavior. Let's break this down further. Emotional composure doesn't mean being cold or detached. It means having the ability to respond rather than react. When you react impulsively, you're letting your emotions take the wheel. But when you respond thoughtfully, you're in control. This is especially important in relationships where conflicts and misunderstandings are inevitable. For example, if a woman says or does something that upsets you, your first instinct might be to lash out or shut down. But a Stoic man takes a step back. He asks himself, is this worth getting upset over? Can I control this situation? How can I address this in a way that aligns with my values? By approaching the situation with a clear mind, you not only resolve the issue more effectively, but also demonstrate emotional maturity. Remember, losing your composure doesn't just damage the relationship, it damages your own sense of self. Stoicism teaches us that our emotions are not the problem. It's how we handle them that matters. By practicing emotional discipline, you become a man who can navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. 3. Do not objectify women. Stoicism emphasizes seeing people as they are, human beings with their own thoughts, feelings, and aspirations. Reducing a woman to her physical appearance or treating her as an object for your pleasure is not only disrespectful but also a reflection of your own lack of character. A Stoic man values a woman for her mind, her virtues, and her individuality, not just her external beauty. Objectification is a subtle but pervasive issue in modern society. It's easy to fall into the trap of valuing women based on superficial qualities, especially when media and culture often reinforce this mindset. But Stoicism challenges us to look deeper. It reminds us that every person has inherent worth and dignity, and it's our responsibility to honor that. When you objectify a woman, you're not only dehumanizing her, you're also limiting your own capacity for meaningful connection. A relationship built on superficiality is like a house built on sand. It might look good on the surface, but it won't stand the test of time. A Stoic man seeks to understand and appreciate a woman's inner qualities, her intelligence, her kindness, her resilience. These are the traits that truly matter, and they form the foundation of a lasting and fulfilling relationship. Moreover, objectifying women often stems from insecurity. When you reduce someone to their appearance, you're avoiding the vulnerability that comes with genuine connection. Stoicism teaches us to confront our insecurities head-on and to strive for deeper, more authentic relationships. By valuing a woman for who she is, not just what she looks like, you demonstrate both respect and self-assurance. Rule 4, do not play games or manipulate. Manipulation, mind games, and deceit are the tools of the weak, not the strong. Stoicism teaches honesty and integrity in all interactions. If you want a meaningful connection with a woman, be straightforward about your intentions. Playing games might give you short-term satisfaction, but it will erode trust and respect in the long run. A Stoic man builds relationships on a foundation of truth, not deception. Let's explore this further. Manipulation often stems from a desire for control. You might think that by playing games, like pretending to be uninterested or using jealousy to your advantage, you can gain the upper hand in a relationship. But this is a flawed approach. Relationships are not battles to be won. They are partnerships to be nurtured. Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we can truly control is ourselves. Trying to control others through manipulation is not only unethical but also counterproductive. It creates an environment of mistrust and insecurity, which is toxic to any relationship. Instead, a Stoic man focuses on being honest and transparent. He communicates his feelings and intentions clearly, even when it's difficult. For example, if you're interested in a woman, tell her. If you're unsure about where the relationship is headed, have an open conversation about it. Honesty might feel risky, but it's the only way to build a relationship that's based on mutual trust and respect. By rejecting manipulation and embracing integrity, you become a man who is not only respected, but also deeply valued. Do not neglect your own growth. A Stoic man understands that his primary responsibility is to improve himself. Neglecting your personal growth, whether it's your career, health, or mental well-being, to focus solely on a woman is a mistake. A healthy relationship is built on two individuals who are constantly evolving and supporting each other's growth. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first so you can be a better partner. This principle is rooted in the Stoic idea of amor fati, love of fate. It's about embracing your life's journey and taking full responsibility for your own development. When you neglect your growth, you're not only doing a disservice to yourself but also to your partner. A relationship thrives when both individuals are actively working to become the best versions of themselves. For instance, if you're passionate about your career, don't abandon your ambitions to spend all your time with a woman. Instead, find a balance that allows you to pursue your goals while also nurturing the relationship. Similarly, if you're working on improving your health or mental well-being, don't let a relationship distract you from those efforts. A Stoic man understands that self-improvement is a lifelong journey, and he prioritizes it accordingly. By focusing on your own growth, you also set a positive example for your partner. You show her that you're committed to living a meaningful and purposeful life, and you inspire her to do the same. This creates a dynamic where both individuals are constantly pushing each other to grow, which is the hallmark of a truly fulfilling relationship. 6. Do not be possessive or controlling. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control others, only our own actions and reactions. Trying to control a woman's behavior, choices, or friendships is a sign of insecurity and fear. A Stoic man understands that love is not about ownership. It's about mutual respect and freedom. Trust her to make her own decisions, and focus on being the kind of man she chooses to be with willingly. Possessiveness often stems from a fear of loss. You might worry that if you don't control every aspect of the relationship, you'll lose the woman you care about. But this mindset is not only unhealthy, it's also self-sabotaging. The more you try to control someone, the more they'll pull away. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Instead of trying to control a woman, focus on being the best partner you can be. Trust her to make her own choices and respect her autonomy. This doesn't mean you should be indifferent or uninvolved. It simply means recognizing that a healthy relationship is built on mutual trust and respect, not control. For example, if your partner wants to spend time with her friends or pursue her own interests, support her. Don't let jealousy or insecurity dictate your actions. By giving her the freedom to be herself, you create a relationship that's based on genuine connection rather than obligation. This is the essence of Stoic love, a love that is rooted in respect, trust, and mutual freedom. 7. Do not avoid difficult conversations. Stoicism encourages facing challenges head-on, not running from them. Avoiding difficult conversations or sweeping problems under the rug only leads to resentment and misunderstandings. A Stoic man approaches conflicts with courage and honesty. He listens, communicates clearly, and seeks solutions rather than avoiding the issue. This builds trust and deepens the connection in any relationship. Difficult conversations are inevitable in any relationship, whether it's discussing boundaries, addressing misunderstandings, or navigating conflicts. These moments can be uncomfortable, but avoiding them only makes things worse. Stoicism teaches us that discomfort is a natural part of growth, and it's something we should embrace rather than fear. For example, if you're feeling unhappy or unfulfilled in the relationship, don't bottle it up. Have an honest conversation about your feelings. Similarly, if your partner brings up an issue, listen with an open mind and respond with empathy. The goal is not to win the argument, but to find a resolution that strengthens the relationship. By facing difficult conversations with courage and honesty, you demonstrate emotional maturity and a commitment to the relationship. This builds trust and deepens the connection between you and your partner. Remember, a relationship that can withstand challenges is a relationship that will last. Do not sacrifice your principles. A Stoic man lives by a code of ethics and principles. Compromising your values to please a woman or keep her in your life is a betrayal of yourself. Whether it's lying, cheating, or going against your moral compass, such actions will only lead to inner turmoil and regret. Stay true to who you are, and let your principles guide your actions. The right woman will respect you for it. Your principles are the foundation of your character. They define who you are and guide your decisions. When you compromise them, you're not just betraying yourself, you're also undermining the integrity of the relationship. A Stoic man understands that true strength lies in staying true to his values, even when it's difficult. For example, if your partner asks you to do something that goes against your principles, whether it's lying to someone or compromising your integrity, have the courage to say no. This might be challenging in the moment, but it's essential for maintaining your self-respect and the health of the relationship. Remember, a relationship built on compromise and dishonesty is not a relationship worth having. By staying true to your principles, you attract a partner who respects and values you for who you truly are. This is the foundation of a relationship that's built on mutual respect and authenticity. 9. Do not take her for granted. Finally, Stoicism teaches gratitude and mindfulness. Taking a woman for granted, whether it's her time, her efforts, or her love, is a surefire way to damage the relationship. A Stoic man appreciates what he has and expresses his gratitude regularly. He understands that relationships require effort, attention, and care. By valuing her and showing appreciation, he strengthens the bond between them. Gratitude is a powerful tool in any relationship. Shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, and it fosters a sense of connection and appreciation. When you take a woman for granted, you risk losing the very things that make the relationship special. For example, if your partner goes out of her way to do something kind for you, acknowledge it. Say thank you. Show her that you notice and appreciate her efforts. This doesn't have to be grand gestures. It's the small, consistent acts of gratitude that make the biggest difference. Stoicism teaches us to live in the present moment and to appreciate what we have while we have it. By practicing gratitude, you not only strengthen your relationship but also cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment in your own life. Conclusion. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or detached. It's about being the best version of yourself. When it comes to relationships with women, these 9 principles can guide you toward building connections that are rooted in respect, trust, and mutual growth. Remember, the vase is in your hands. Handle it with care, wisdom, and strength.